Hey ho folks, what's up? This is Macro and today we're playing Satisfactory again. We are still working on our first iteration of the nuclear power plant plus the according factory for this. And in the last episode we realized a small mistake. And that was that 6 of those nuclear power plants obviously don't produce 90 uranium waste per minute, but only 60. So we readjusted our factory accordingly so that we are still going to produce the same amount of plutonium fuel rods, but with less uranium waste. So let's have a quick look at our plan again. Here's the 60 uranium waste per minute. Everything should be adjusted now. I also took care of the water, by the way. We also had a quick look at that in the last episode. We only need less than 600 now. So I removed one? No. Why did I remove 2 of them? Should have been 2 extractors, actually. Oh no, it was only 1, I think, because we were at 600 and a little bit water beforehand, right? So now we only have 1 pipe of water. That makes things a lot easier. And yeah, today, and maybe also in the next episode, we are going to focus on basically these 3 things here. The plutonium fuel rod production line, basically. Let's start with those blenders. We need 3 blenders, 2.4 to be exact. Let's see, and we need what? Uranium, the remaining uranium, all the uranium waste, and then both acids. Dealing with 2 fluids at once, huh? All right, so uranium is down there. We can still bring that all the way around if we want to. We also could split it off here, I guess, like that, right? Okay, acids. So nitric acid should be here. Sulfuric acid should be here. These blenders are already fully covered, so I guess let's start somewhere here, maybe here with the first blender. That's going to be fertile uranium. This one? Oh yeah, and another thing we have to take care about is the water also produced by those 3 blenders, right? And that water has to be fed back into the diluted fuel blender over here, where we still have the ugly pipe here that's gonna be replaced by the water from there. And also we need to bring more water in for the aluminum scrap or alumina solution. Where was it exactly? Here, right? Yeah, that's the remaining water. All right. So, first things first, let's take care of the gases, respectively fluids. Oh no, it's both fluids, right? Nitric acid is a fluid as well. I guess so, at least. Yeah. Maybe let's start with sulfuric acid instead. We have that back here. Maybe we want to bring it underneath. We could bring it here. then go down underneath and over. It should not interfere with any of the belts down here, right? Looks good to me, so I guess that's what we are going to do. Let's hit the hole again, and whoopsie, that's not what I intended. There we go. That, of course. Switch to straight build mode. Connect that and bring it down here, I guess. That won't work with straight build mode, of course not. So let's use horizontal to vertical. That's sulfuric acid. And maybe you want to do the same for the nitric acid. I mean, it's gonna be a bit weird since we have to go around here, around that lift, but that might be okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so another junction here. Connect that. Use straight build mode for that. Inverted pipe shape, really? Oh, so pipes have the same bug in straight build mode as the conveyor belts, obviously. Why not? And let's use horizontal to vertical for that again. All right. Now, let's take care of bringing the fluids in. So I guess we are going to bring one fluid in on the ground floor like that. Bring it up here. Let's double check if that's possible. Yes. That, and then I guess we are. Oh, we're going to do it like that. Hopefully, that's still possible. Yeah. Another one and another one back here. Like that. Then another floor hole, like so, I guess. All right. Oops. So now we gotta. Let me pull it again, and let's see. Got a bit of space left here, so we could go straight over to this belt here, and I don't know, do it like that, I guess, and then other pipe kind of next to it, like so. Where are we here? Need to go there. Is that right? Looks good to me. So now we have to go around here. A bit awkward, but we're fine, I guess. And then maybe we should use the straight build mode here. Why does it have this weird crookedness? What? Let's do it the other way around then. Like that. Is that straight? Good. And let's connect that via straight build mode. A bit weird, like I said, but you know, it is what it is. So here we are on this edge exactly. So let's do it like this, 1 and 2. Straight. And now we should be able to connect it directly. Yes. Good. So that's the fluids taken care of, I hope. Let's connect power right away. And then see whether the fluids are sucked in accordingly. Oh, we might need a little bit more spacing for the belts or for the lifts then. So let's just put a power pole here, I guess. Like that. Now you should fill up nitric acid and sulfuric acid. Good. So let's take care of the water output before we bring in the solid materials. So that's just another pipe. We should lift the pipe up a little bit. But maybe only to this level, since that's a bit of overflow that I mean, for this input here, the water input, that's not a problem at all. We don't need to think about it. But here we already have a priority input coming from this one here, right? From the aluminum scrap. And that's needed because the water coming out of here needs to be processed first in this pipe here and only be filled up with the water coming from outside from the extractors, right? But yeah, how about the priority of the water from the fertile uranium? Is there any? Actually, there is none. It's the same priority, basically, right? So, I guess... Oh, that's even higher. That's not good. And that would look pretty ugly, I guess. Yeah. How about here? Where do you clip? Oh, you don't tell me. Huh. Okay. Let's start here maybe. Yeah, that's the water input then. also this one. I mean, okay, maybe let's do it like that. That's on here then. Like that. Let's see how that would look. I guess we gotta live with a little bit of ugliness here. It says it's clipping into this smelter here, but not really. That's fine. Straight is not possible. Okay, so let's just do like that. And for you, don't need you. We are going to do it like that, and that should be fine. Now we just pull this water line. Oh, which one is it? This or this? Let's double check. It's the next one. Okay, so it's 1, 2 then. Okay. All right. So 2 ticks, 1, 2. So, maybe we also want to bring that one down and around, basically. Well, we could do it like somewhere over here. Since we would have to cross the uranium belt here, right? And I guess we are not gonna be able to fit a pipe through there? No. So, where are we? I mean, we could even move this belt, but is it really necessary? I don't think so. Let's see. Where are we? Here. So, middle lane on this one would be fine. Like here. Okay, we need another pole, obviously. No, not like that. One, 2. Down we go. And then let's take care. Let's take care of bringing the water up here accordingly. We don't want to interfere with this output here, so I guess let's do it like that and that. Another one here, 1, 2, right, and another one here, 1, 2. Can I connect all of the what? Eh? I thought I checked that. Is there any way to do it? Auto 2D noodle hell. Why not? Okay. And then we gotta bring you around. here. And then, where are we? Left lane, basically. So there, 1, 2, should be here. And now we should be able to bring that up. Yes, good. Close the holes in the floor. And let's take care of the solid inputs. Question is, uranium waste. I guess we bring the waste all the way this way and down there somewhere, right? And then we try to get around this guy here. And then we bring it over all the way and input it from this side. All right, let's see where we gotta place the lifts for that. I guess 2, 1, 2. Yeah, clipping here. Okay. Next layer then, I guess. That should be too close. Maybe this is fine. Let's check. Perfectly fine. And the next one I'm gonna place on the next layer accordingly. And another one here. This layer. Here. And for the last blender, the same. Here and here. Okay. Next for the lifts. And then I guess we use this one here, this for uranium. Ha! No, we don't. Since we have uranium on the other level already. The other layer or whatever. Okay, we need a little bit of help here again. What's that? We don't talk about it. I guess here? Is that right? Yes. Oh. So now let's try. Where are we? Here? No, here. What? No. Oopsie. So I guess we here bring it a little bit closer, like that. So 1, 2. There we go. Uranium. Oh. I just thought about how we are going to bring in the waste here, and we actually can't do it because what I would have done would be this, right? But that's no problem. Let me adjust that real quick. Yeah, exactly. We're bringing in material from this side here. 2, 2. And now we can do this. Okay. Okay. Replace the lift real quick. Like that. Okay, cool. So let's connect these. Already down to 25 filters. Gotta be cautious here. Not get killed by radiation. Yeah, like that, I guess. Then I'm going to bring it all the way underneath here. I mean, we could even bring it in, or bring it over on the roof here, right? That would be kind of consistent to over here. So maybe let's do that. Yeah. Let's do that. So we can take care of the belt work on top of the roof then. That should be exactly like that. Connect you. No, this way. And down to here. Connected. Yes. Good. Another one of you on top. Maybe let's start collecting all the waste here first. So what are we gonna do? What I would have done is placing mergers all the way next to the floor holes here, right? And bring the merged output this way, basically. But now we want to have it here. So the question is, are we ever going to adjust this? I don't think so, actually. As I said earlier, we don't actually build this factory here because we need the power, but just to have it built once, right? So, no, we won't adjust this in any way. So let's place a merger here and place all the other mergers right next to the lifts here. That one. Okay. Cool. Also need the lift. Whoopsie. Lifts. No. Sometimes it's weird with the hitboxes of those floor holes, right? That. And like that. All the uranium waste merged into here. Yeah, and you know what? Let's just use another floor hole. That's kind of ugly. Maybe we don't use a floor hole then. But a separate lift. Like here. Do it like that. And bring that over straight to the other floor hole then. Okay, another lift, a little bit of belt work and done. And you should be producing water and non-fissile uranium. Very good. We need to underclock the last one here. That was, let me have a quick look, 40%. Yeah, doesn't matter, 40%. All right. Okay, so that's this done. Next up are 4 particle accelerators. Particle accelerators. They're pretty big, right? Maybe we still have quite a bit of a space problem here. We need casings, the remaining casings, and all the uranium from here. Okay, 4 particle accelerators, you say. Let's see where we can place 4 particle accelerators. I guess we can't do it opposite to one another, right? We can't place 2 rows of them here, basically. So I guess what we are going to do is something like that. Like that, maybe. And we place them in 1 row. And I guess we should be able to place 4 of them along this line here, right? Let's see. So that's instant plutonium cells. 2, 3, 4. By the way, our power plants are working again now that we kind of get rid of the waste. Also only for a limited time until those blenders here run full. Let's take care of power. Put it. What? Oh, the wire is too long. Really? Okay. Then just put it here. That. Yeah, you need to be Mark II at least. Let's make it Mark III. Alright, so let me have a look. That's 3.2 accelerators, so you need to be underclocked to 20%. Now, aluminum casings are back here. I guess we are going to bring them over from here, right? Install another splitter here, bring that line over there, and over to the particle accelerators then. So I say that the second input here should be aluminum casings. Let's see how on which layer it's gotta be. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, right? Yeah. So let's place those splitters already, and let's just use the middle lane here. I guess that should be fine. There we go. Did I do it right? Layer. What did I do? Layer 1, right? Yeah. layer 2. It's layer 3. I think I said layer 3 now that I think about it. Okay, like that. One, two, three. And last one. Okay. Now for the non-fissile uranium, which kind of comes from here, which we might wanna... Oh, that would be a perfect split, right? If we were to place one splitter here and kind of bring it both ways. Like that? Yeah, we don't need that one. So like that, and that, that. And over here, and another splitter this side. That. We go in here, right? Yeah. And you over here. And then a merger, which points this way. Like that. Over here. Like that. And then mergers like that. And we don't need one here. All right. Aluminum casings. We want to use maybe the center of this foundation here, so like that. Okay. Now. Lines again. That. Now we have a lot of stuff. All right. Cool. Let's see. How many foundations is that? I think 2, right? Yeah. So let's maybe place one intermediate foundation here, and then like that. All right. Pull the belts. Then we just need to connect the lifts. We should see them producing our, what is it actually? The encased plutonium cells. Oh. What happened? No. My dear friends. Discounted that, obviously. Alright, there's a lot of radiation going on here. Down to 19 filters. Let's get a little bit of distance here while looking at our plan. One last thing to do. 4 assemblers for the plutonium fuel units. Oh, plutonium fuel rods, right? With the plutonium fuel unit recipe. Just a sip of coffee and then let's get to work. So 4 assemblers which need the pressure conversion cubes and all the encased plutonium cells. Pressure conversion cubes should be here. Yes. Let's just place them in a row, I guess. And we can do that like here, I guess. Okay. Plutonium fuel unit, right? There we go. 4 of them. And the last one needs to be at 20% again. 0.1. All right. And a little bit of power would be great. And a few materials would be great. I guess we are going to bring in the plutonium, the pressure conversion cubes on the base floor. Like here. And then we just use layer 1 here. Let me double check. I can't seem to remember where to put those for the lifts to fit, but fine. So there's another one, and there's another one, and one here. One, two, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. This. Here again, and now let's merge all of those. Nope, that. And I guess let's use a lift here. Bring them over. You know what? Screw it. Just connect them. Like that. So we should have pressure conversion cubes here pretty soon. Right? No. Yeah, but now. Right? Good. So now just need the encased plutonium cells here to be brought all the way around and over there. So we start with a merger here. 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 that. And you are going to go on this lane, and you are going to be put in over here, but not yet, I guess. Where is it? Hard to tell. I guess it's here, right? That. That. And that. And just like that, we're done. Right? We should be producing fuel rods. It's here. Yeah. Good. Very good. Problem is now we're kind of trapped here. Maybe we actually want to use lifts here. So we can do it like that and that. Good. Now it's much more easier to bring the fuel rods somewhere where they belong, right? And speaking of where the fuel rods belong, for now, they belong into an awesome thing. If we were to burn them in more nuclear power plants, then we would have no way of taking care of the waste. So everything we did was basically just waste removal as of right now. But don't you worry, at some point we will also use them for even more nuclear plants, for even more power. And eventually turning them into FICSonium rods and using them as power as well. Now the question is, what's wrong with you? You've got no fuel. Oh yeah, I remember. We probably want to make that a perfect split here, right? We talked about that last episode as well. So maybe that's something we want to do right now. So that's three, so that's the middle one. You know what? I'm gonna do that in 2 episodes since we're already at 50 minutes again. For now, let's just enjoy what we did here. Yeah, that's our first nuclear power plant with waste processing. I guess it's gonna need some time until everything runs at 100%. Most important part about this is that we process all the uranium waste here, I guess. So that's 50 plus 10 is 60, yeah. So we should be capable of doing that with those 3 blenders. Next important thing is that those run at 100% here. So that we are able to provide all three pairs of nuclear power plants here with fuel rods. But we'll see about that after we gave some time to this whole operation here, right? So last thing for me to do is let's remove this marker here. That was just for me, actually. Still the bug that the highlight there remains after removing that, but we're fine. Oh no, and another thing we might want to do is have a look at power again. Currently we're good, right? Max consumption is like 10 gigawatts under our production capacity. So I guess even with those particle accelerators running on full capacity, we should be fine. Right? Okay. Oopsie. Okay, now we can end the episode, I guess. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for watching. As always, really appreciate it, and I hope to see you around next time as well, when we are probably going to plan for our first Tier 9 factory. More products, and maybe even another spacelift product. So, thank you, and until then, bye-bye.